What up, y'all? It's your boy Diggydretv, and today I'm going to talk about copyrights. Now, I keep seeing a lot of people thinking that basically with a copyright you can put your music into burn it to a CD, drop it in the mail, and mail it to yourself. That doesn't really work. I know that the term for that is called a poor man's copyright. That doesn't really work, and suppose you did that and you had to go to court over something, well, that does show that you may have had that beforehand, considering the fact that it's time, stamped with the stamp and you don't open it. That may show that you had it first, but legally, they say it's still going to be hard to try to fight a copyright case just based on that, So, real quick, there's the Library of Congress. Well, of course, if you're in the U.S., every country has their own different standards for copywriting, intellectual property rights, basically. But the Library of Congress, of course, if you're in the U.S., that's where you're going to go. But basically, when you're done, like say, all right, my new album, The Refunk Era, right here, which releases on the 18th. When I did the copyrights on it, the copyrights you put in, you actually have to go to a form, an electronic form. You have to make one entry that says, it could be anything, your artist name dash the name of the album. That's going to be the title of the work. After that, to copyright your tracks, you would actually click new. You'll see it on there. And you'll have to repeat this process for every single track that's on there. So it would be new, the name of the work, which would be your song title, whatever. And then from there, you'll see the drop down. And the drop down previously looks like it would have been where you chose title of the work. For this one, since you're doing songs, it would be content, or content file or something like that. So then boom, 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 one by one, you're going down the list of your CD, your album, whatever it is, and you're going to list all your names, Then when you get done, you'll be given the option to upload your MP3s, well, you'll have to pay, first, and then after that, it'll let you upload your MP3s, or if you still want to do it old school, you can still burn all your tracks to a CD, not as an MP3, make it a damn audio CD, and then it'll actually make a PDF file for you that you would then use to upload it, like, see, that's for the Refunk Era, Library of Congress, not sure if you guys can see that. It's got a little barcode right there, and you have to use that. You end up mailing it to the Library of Congress, Copyright Office in Washington, D.C., but you have to actually maybe fold it up, put your CD in the case and tape it to the damn CD, to the case, and then here, when you're done, you'll end up getting something in the mail that looks like this. Now, I know these are old. I did this when doing a copyright was, I believe it was like $35 or something like that. This is a copyright certificate from back in 2011. I think it was about $35. Well, now the copyrights have risen up to $55. But the thing is, you copyright an entire album for that $55. Or say you don't have an album, but you got 20, 25 fucking songs, as long as they can fit on one CD. Well, you can either copyright one song for $55 or load all your content that's not even copywritten yet onto one disc and copyright all of it for $55. So it's basically a flat rate fee, And, me personally, I wouldn't copyright, just one song for 55 bucks if it's going to cost me the same thing to copyright a gang of them, you know. But at the same time, suppose you're getting ready to drop an iTunes single or something like that. Of course, you want your works protected, you know. So after you're done, you'll end up with a nice little certificate like this. You know, the back of it's got your little barcode or whatnot. But it says Certificate of Registration. This certificate issued under the seal of the Copyright Office in accordance with Title 17 United States Code attests that registration has been made for the work identified below. The information on this certificate has been made a part of the Copyright Office records. And you'll have your registration number, the effective date of registration, which this one says July 1st, 2011. You know, title of work, Welcome to Cali. So this was from when I did my first album. You know, yeah, the other thing I was saying, when you go to choose your thing, when you get ready to go choose your thing and it says, you know, title of work, that's one of the things you have to choose. I put in Welcome to Cali. When you get ready to list your songs, it's content titles, and then you list your songs one by one. Then it says completion, publication, year of completion, 2011. Author, Andre Higgins, that's me. Author created, sound recording / performance / production / music / lyrics. Citizen of United States. They'll have your address and your certification date. So, you know, if I had to, you know, go to a courtroom and sue somebody, this is what I would need. Now, part of the reason why I decided to do this video was back when I did the first album, Welcome to Cali. Somebody on YouTube took the whole fucking record, the whole fucking thing, and uploaded it to YouTube. They didn't do it all in one like a mixtape or nothing like that. They took the whole fucking record though, basically song by song, and you see my album sitting right there. This is my first record, you know. You see it sitting right there, you know, with, I think the CD was out and there was something holding the case or something like that, you know, and the album itself hadn't even been out long, you know, so, and we all know that it's not hard to hop on the internet and steal a fucking song off of YouTube. You know, that's why when I go to YouTube and I upload my music, a lot of times it is a radio edit copy because, you know, come on, I'm trying to get my numbers up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure you're trying to do the same thing or, you know, doing whatever you're trying to do, but you're watching this video, which is getting your education on. So, you know, but yeah, dude took the whole record and uploaded it to YouTube. I try to hit up YouTube about that, you know, like, hey, you know, I got my copyright on this, like, you know, which I didn't have it completed yet, you know. All I did was basically register for the copyright. So, and I didn't have that certificate just yet, you know, so I hit up YouTube though, like, hey, that's my material, you know, like, if anything, it should be on my channel, you know. And of course, not all of it would be. Who the fuck is going to release a whole record and then drop the record on YouTube completely when the record's in the stores for sale? We all know people know how to steal shit, you know. But YouTube hit me back saying there was nothing they could do about it, you know. So I'll tell you what, this right here ain't no poor man's copyright, you know. This right here is your music sitting at the Library of Congress, you know. So if you have any type of issue whatsoever and you have to go to court, this right here is what you want, you know. So with that being said, make sure that you guys copyright your music, you know. I know that a lot of you guys might not be doing like I'm doing, like most of my fan base is overseas in like Japan, you know, cities like Tokyo, places like Australia, you know. Of course, like they still prefer CDs. You know, there's record store. I do G-Funk rap music, but there's a record store out there dedicated just to that called Alameda Records, you know. But even if you're just going the iTunes route, of course, you still want this. You know, someone steals your music, hey, you know, what's up? You know, someone does you like me and uploads all your shit to YouTube. You know, this right here is going to get you further than saying, hey, I did that. You know, oh, really? Let me see your certificate. You know, and then you can't be standing there like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't going to work. So, yeah, make sure you guys copyright your music. I'm Diggydretv. And, you know, hit that comment box down there. You know, drop some comments, some questions. You know, if you guys are curious about anything, you know, make sure you hit that like button. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. There's going to be more content coming up. And and another thing, I know a lot of people don't go out of their way trying to study the business of music. You know, you either want to have Ascap or BMI. You know, I have Ascap. I have a friend who has BMI. Well, check this out. Because you're still going to have your registration numbers to fully cover your music with your entertainment, you know, agency, whoever you're going through, Ascap or BMI. You know, a lot of people think they don't need Ascap or BMI. Well, let me tell you, Ascap and BMI, they look out for you if your music hits the radio. You know, they make sure you get paid. If you go out and perform somewhere, they make sure that you get paid. Now watch this. My friend did a show at a hookah lounge. He ended up telling his BMI, you know, hey, I did a show, so-and-so, so-and-so. They were like, well, how many people were there? You know, he put in how many people were there. Believe it or not, he got paid from BMI just for doing a fucking show at a hookah lounge. You know, so there's a lot of little benefits that I see a lot of younger artists missing out on, you know. So, one, hit your copyrights. You're going to need your registration number to register your works with your Ascap or BMI. So, hit your copyrights, and then at the same time, turn around and make sure you register with Ascap or BMI. And, you know, there's a lot of little benefits that you miss out on not doing those things, you know. So, it's your boy Diggydretv. It's been real. You know, hit the video thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hey, keep the ball rolling. Drop some questions below if you guys are curious about something, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Diggydretv TV. I'm out.